heartbreaks. Remember the tears. Getting it all together takes so many years. Remember the close ones, and there were a few. You never gave up trying, wanting to come through. Well, this is your moment.
Good morning, Tigers. I'm Jason Earl.
And I'm Noah Wessel, welcoming you to yet another fantastic episode of Tiger Nation. 3 Lady Tigers were recognized this week and named to the Class AAA All-Whitfield Field Hockey Team. Seniors Katie Kelly, Jesse Cerroti, and Maddie Snyder received All-Whitfield and Section 1 All-Star laurels. Joining them as postseason All-Stars were junior forward Brooke Cameron and senior midfielder Maddie Birmingham. All 5 players were key contributors to North Allegheny's trip to the Whitfield Finals and Section 1 championship. The Tigers rounded out the year with a perfect 10-0 record in section play.
The North Allegheny girls volleyball team dropped a 3-0 decision on Saturday afternoon against the Hempfield Black Knights in the quarterfinal round of the PIAA playoffs. The District 3 champions earned the victory by set scores of 25-15, 25-20, and 25-21. The loss ends the Lady Tiger season with a record of 19-2. North Allegheny won the Section 3 title with a perfect 12-0 record and reached the Whitfield title match for the 3rd straight season. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers for another fantastic year.
Central Catholic forced 3 second-half turnovers, and Ronnie Jones rushed for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns as the 5th-seeded Vikings defeated the 4th-season North Allegheny Tigers, 31-17, in the Whitfield quarterfinals on Friday night. Despite the loss, it was a valiant effort by the Tigers with several fine performances. One player who stood out on defense was Nico Mermigas, who delivered several key pass breakups and 1 interception. Central Catholic improves to 10-1 on the season and advances to face Woodland Hills in the Whitfield semifinals. North Allegheny's campaign concludes with a 9-2 record. Congratulations to the Tigers football team and coaching staff for another memorable season.
Well, that ends our fall sports season here at North Allegheny, and now I'd like to ask you, what are your final thoughts on this year's football team? Any specific players that you feel had a real breakout year?
Well, I think George Washington beating Virginia was probably the biggest thing this week.
Well, George Washington did upset Virginia last night, college basketball. At this time, I'd like to introduce our special guest, homecoming king Josh Semon.
Hey, how's it going, Jace?
Josh, we'd like to ask you, what do you think about last night's upset in college basketball as George Washington knocked off the 6th-ranked Virginia Cavaliers?
Well, I didn't even know it was basketball. I thought it was like bowling or lacrosse at first when I heard it. So, there you go.
Thank you very much, Josh. We'd now like to move on to our next story. I think everybody here at Nash knows the NABA season is quickly approaching. Noah, anybody in NABA that we need to keep our eye on this year?
I think Noah Wessel is probably someone you should look out for on the court. Josh, do you have any suggestions on who's going to be a great player this year?
I feel like you are, Noah. You look very dangerous right now.
Well, I can't help but agree with that.
You heard it here first, folks. Noah Wessel, the player to look out for this year in NABA. And also, the Cincinnati Bengals lost their first game of the season last night.
Yep, Andy Dalton. QB rating of 61 last night against the Texans. And, I don't know much about football, but that has to be awful, horrible, terrible.
Josh.
Well, that was my first football game watching last night. So, there you go.
Hear that, ladies and gents. Josh Semon's first football game. Well, that's everything in sports for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Tiger Nation. We will see you next week.